Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today is a little bit, well, I shouldn't say little, it's a very different video that I have on my channel because it's almost like a little bit of a rant. I'm really over it. I'm very uninspired. I'm very taxed with like what's going on in social media, and we're going to talk about it. You ready? Let's get this beauty started. All right, so we're going to do a different kind of makeup tutorial today. I'm going to just prep my skin really quickly. I'm very uninspired, so I'm showing up. I'm still showing up. I thought, you know what? Let me just show you the look that I'm going to be doing. I have this beautiful vintage Versace leather jacket and skirt that I want to do, and I want the makeup to be edgy. I want it to be a little bit different, so I'm going to be doing a smoky eye. And I pulled out all of my products to help inspire me and get me back on track. This is very normal for content creators to feel uninspired at certain times. I mean, granted, I've been doing it for 15 years and I do have seasons, and I'll tell you why this happens. This is my ear cuff that I just put on. You noticed the gold one before in my video. It's so different for me. It's outside of my box. It's pushing myself out of my comfort zone. That's what I do. That's what I tell you to do. And so I do it myself. I have been really trying to research, and I've been so uninspired by all of these content creators talking about the same thing, talking about how they're getting rid of their luxury bags. They're getting rid of their luxury bags. Okay, do you know that it's a marketing tool, right? This is a marketing PR campaign for these content creators because they have gotten so far out of touch with their audience that they have to do drastic things like this. And it's so silly to me. I noticed this with some creators that are all luxury and then started doing fast fashion. I was like, wait a second. We're totally, what are we doing? So I'm not quite sure, but it's getting to be really, to be honest with you, very annoying to see constant getting rid of the bags, and then dupes. Do you know what dupes are? It's counterfeit. You're supporting things that are tied to counterfeit and all of these things that are not good. It's not right. I don't know how, secondhand, I've told you, I've been doing since 2015 is a way to go. Slow fashion. Create your own style. You don't need every single, it bag that happens to hit the market. And then because so-and-so is wearing it. You remember when they were all wearing those shoes? I think it was last year or the year before, that looked like they're mesh and they looked ridiculous, but everybody in the world was wearing them because they thought that that's what they needed to do. It's like there's no individuality. So I've been studying the runway from the 90s, just getting back to basics that really interests me. Oh my gosh, last night I was watching Laura Hutton on YouTube. I was watching this interview, and she is so beautiful. And what appears that she hasn't done anything. She's 81. So pretty. All the lines. I know I'm very unpopular with saying this, but too bad. All the lines and the wrinkles. I love seeing that. I just can relate to her in the sense that she has lived this beautiful life. She's 81. She's been all over the world. Like her story is very fascinating. Why she became a model wasn't her first choice. It's not like she set out to do that. She wanted to see the world. And I just think she's beautiful. I had the honor of meeting and working with her actually in my career. So I just was like getting absorbed into that last night, and to really feel like, coming up on 50, that there is so much to look forward to. Society will tell me no, not. YouTube people will tell me no, not. You're old, you're this, you're that. And you know what? So be it. You choose. I'm just noticing people are not thinking for themselves. They're just following what everybody's telling them to do on YouTube or social media, what to wear, how to think, how to do this, how to do that. I've always told you, with my makeup tutorials, I'm teaching you skills and techniques because I'm a professional makeup artist. This is what I would do, but it might not work for you. So do your own thing. Take a little tidbit here, do a little bit of that there. You don't have to follow it verbatim. I mean, this is free information. This is free content. You need to get great takeaways. And if my channel doesn't make you feel incredible, alive, inspired, then you might want to find another channel, because that's the whole point. Spend your time wisely. Spend your time on things that enhance your life. So that's really been my concentration recently. is that I just feel that I want to be doing different things. I don't want to be doing the same thing. I want to be growing. I want to be just getting to the next level. And sometimes that feels like, you can't really figure that out. You're stuck. So that leads me to my eyeshadow palette today is going to be rewrite the rules. We have to rewrite the rules for yourself as you age. I don't care if it's each year, each decade, you choose what that means to you. But this is a matte palette. I want the smoky eye. I really want to give that vibe. I'm just feeling like I just want makeup on. I really want to do makeup, I want it to be like a lot for some reason. More is more. So I knew something was up when I wanted to cut my hair. So this happens every now and again. It happened in my early 20s when I was actually working for Matrix. And at the end of the job, I told the stylist to wanted to cut my hair off. And I had very long, heavy, thick hair, as you know. And I just felt suffocated. So without telling my agent or anybody, I decided to cut my hair, and he cut it. And then I said, keep going shorter. I said, I don't want to feel anything on my neck. I want it off, like all off. And so I think he thought I was crazy also, but he did it. And then I had this really great Sharon Stone, beautiful, like very Italian looking, very short, sleek. I loved it. Everybody else did not, but I loved it. And I did what I wanted to do. Everybody thought I was having like some kind of like weird crisis. And I said, no, I just didn't want that hair on my neck anymore. And so I had to redo my whole book, my portfolio. I mean, talk about time and money that I had done to create my portfolio. And then next thing you know, I'm starting from scratch. But guess what? That's what you do as a creator. When you are an artist, you keep creating. You just don't stop. So I had to redo everything, which I thought was really fun. And recently when I was thinking, oh my gosh, I want to cut my hair, I said to my husband, would you mind if I cut my hair? He's like, I think you should keep it the way it is. Oh, all right. So it's always a fantasy. I put it on my Instagram multiple times where I've said, oh, I'm like 3 steps away from getting my hair all chopped off. And, it sounds like a good idea, but then when you do it, sometimes it's really not a good idea. So I always just fantasize about being able to just chop all my hair off and be kind of free and just put it back with water and some gel in the morning. So this palette is more of a kind of like a gray slate palette. So I could have used Strong Brew also if I wanted more of neutrals like browns, but I wanted it to be this gray, just really nice and smoky. And you can go as much or as little as you want. This is talc-free, gluten-free. It's a beautiful silky eyeshadow trio. And then I could always add something on top if I wanted it to be not matte, but I actually want it to be matte. And then I'm going to just do a little bit more of this gray color. I'm going to pile it on just a little bit more. I'm actually going to take some more of this deeper color and I'm going to go up a little bit more here with the powder. And I don't have to worry because there's nothing on my skin. I can always clean up if it gets really messy. Now I have to lift it up with all my pads. So another thing that has been showing up a lot on my research is this whole Botox thing where people are like, really doctors, everybody's trying to defend the toxic overload and how, it's not a big deal, it's fine. And, I would have never done Botox at 30 if I really knew what was going on. I just didn't trust. because I had a plastic surgeon that told me that he couldn't take out the neurofibroma and said I could do Botox instead, which at 30, I thought, well, it's better than nothing. I guess, he backed out of the surgery, thought it was too dangerous. Luckily, in 2018, I had a beautiful, amazing, so knowledgeable plastic surgeon take out the neurofibroma. I mean, it was life-changing for me. So unfortunately, I had to suffer with this thing growing for decades in my eye. But I would have never done Botox. And I just think that it's interesting that, they downplay how toxic this is. I mean, it's a neurotoxin. Botox, it's tox. And everybody just kind of says, oh, no big deal. And a lot of people I can hear and these different, podcasts and everything saying, it doesn't matter. They'd rather take the risks and have wrinkles. And I think that that's really the issue. And then, it just trickles down to all the girls in their 20s and their 30s being so depressed about what they look like and changing everything. It's really, I don't know where we're going to be if this is what we keep doing, just shaming age all the time. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, what are we doing? We want to walk around looking like plastic robots and all look the same and all have different side effects and have to deal with those because we do all of this stuff to our body? I don't know, but these are some of my thoughts that I have. And then I have to start reading, all different types of memoirs and getting inspired by women that have lived these incredible lives and are willing to share, in their 80s and 90s. I just think that's just really interesting to me. So I think the eye is looking interesting. Sometimes this color kind of changes on my skin depending on what's going on. I think this is the best thing to do when you're feeling a little in a slump, is to do your makeup and do it, just don't do it a little bit, like do it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just, wanting to let you know that every day isn't a beauty day. It's not like always so perfect and easy. It's really a challenge a lot of the times. And what makes me feel good is beauty and fashion. So I had to take the time to really do my makeup right now and enjoy it. All right, so mascara's on. I'm going to do a little on the bottom with my charcoal pencil. I want to just smoke this up a little bit. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to, well, you know what? No, I'm not. I was going to do my inner wet line, but I'm not. You know what I'm going to do? Just keep this on here like that. Take a little bit more of the smoky, and I'm going to just smoke this out and go really close to my lashes. So I'm still waiting for a lot of these fashion houses to start incorporating older women. There was Burberry was on Instagram recently, and they had, I think it was a woman that was at the beach, and she wasn't a model, it wasn't a campaign. This is how I got this. Maybe it's different. I just felt like this was some random woman that was wearing Burberry bathing suit and had a Burberry bag, and she looked so cute with these like white sunglasses on the beach, and she just looked really retro. And they put it on their Instagram. I'm hoping it was an ad. I hope that they hired her and they were just using her on Instagram, her likeness from the beach. I don't know, but I'm still waiting because it just seems like they'll add in like an older woman in a campaign or on the runway, and it's performative. It's like, here we go, here's your older woman, and then that's it. And then we go back to showing teenagers. I have to say, this is probably why I buy vintage, because I can't relate to, or consignment really, but mostly vintage is what my concentration is, because I like it to have history, and it's just so well made and it lasts forever, and I just love it. I love just feeling like, I don't know, little pieces of history here and there. But yeah, they go back to these teenagers. I can't relate. I cannot relate. I don't want to see that. I mean, it gets really, it's so dumb to me. It's like, that is not even your consumer. Like, they can't even afford it. And it just doesn't make any sense. So I've been trying to find and seek out companies. You know that I love supporting woman-based companies. I love, really just getting behind different brands that really get it and understand women. I mean, I just don't know. I just know that we can't stop talking about it. It might get really old to a lot of people, pardon the pun, but we have to keep speaking up. Because if we decide, well, you know what, no one's listening, forget it. Well, what do we have then? We have nothing to go off of. We have everything to do to make sure that we are valued. I mean, it's not that hard, but it is hard because, we don't see men having this whole nonsense going on. Do you ever say to a man, or do you ever see the media or anybody say about a man, celebrity, anyone that's in the public eye, oh, wow, look at his crow's feet. He's really letting himself go. First of all, I had to look up whoever created this crow's feet situation. I think it's just so outrageous. I've said it before in multiple videos, crow's feet, but it's such a negative connotation. They said that the crow doesn't stand for positivity when I was looking this up. And I thought, oh, how cute. So we say this about women all the time. It's all these different words, comparing us to a crow's foot. I mean, when you think about it, if you stop and think, what are we doing? Like that, maybe it doesn't bother you. I'm getting tired of like everything. And maybe it's because I'm perimenopausal and everything's annoying me. But it's really, I think these are things that just need to have to be said. Like they just need to be called out and discussed. Like we're filling the faces. We're plasterizing the faces. We're not looking normal. I mean, I've said it before, like we, raise the red flag, like, hello, wait, what? No one's looking like themselves. I mean, is that what we want to achieve? No, it's not. It's not at all. So I'm going to be using my lipstick called Figure It Out. It's a nude. It was very 90s nude. And I think that's really what this is all about. This is what I have to do at all times. I have to figure it out. And sometimes you have to take a space. You have to take time to think. You can't keep constantly going. So don't feel bad if you take a beat and you're like, okay, wait, I got to regroup. I'm not feeling great. I'm not feeling like X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. I just think that taking time for yourself, I was looking at my Peloton hashtag this morning and it was mental health matters. And I really think that is really true because if you're not checking in with yourself at all times, you could really slip off. I mean, I'm not kidding you. You read things about people like, all of a sudden so-and-so's, whatever. And you're like, wait, how'd that happen? Like, how did you get there? So, it's little by little, like little by little. I thought about that the other day. I thought, ever since 2020, I've been much more nervous about traveling and not getting out there. And I got to tell you, that can really creep up on you. So you're like, oh no, all these, I had to stop watching TikTok because they kept serving me so many bad, traumatic things. I'm like, my brain cannot take that many tornadoes, car wrecks, and, violence at one time. It's just not healthy. It's not normal. Hence, the break from TikTok, not good. And yes, you can put not interested. I can't do that for like 20 videos in a row. Then it's not enjoyable at all. I just want to see beauty and fashion. So I have to now be very, very intentional when I go on any social media platform because I only want to see things that are going to make me feel good and not like be this huge trigger about traumatic things at all times. I think that really weighs on your mental health. And these poor children that are just have that phone in their face all day long, I can understand why we have such an issue there too. Ooh, I think are we coming along? We love this. This is the longest video of just venting and teaching at the same time. Oh, I'm really loving it. Now let me see. What do we want to do for blush? I think I'm going to do cream. I think I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to do a little classic beach glow and just give myself a little bit of this beautiful color. Not much, not too much. This is helping the mood. I'm feeling so much better. Just playing and enhancing, not covering up, just giving just a vibe. You know, it's just a vibe. Sometimes you have to, you know, take a step back, to find yourself, to find the energy. Sometimes it's just really, it's not, I don't love becoming in this kind of funk. It's definitely a challenge. So you can do two things now. You can do a lip liner, use your brow pencil as your lip liner if you want to, or you can use silk. I'm doing really nude. Let's see how this works. This happened when I went to Napa and I forgot my lip liner, and I think I forgot an eyeshadow. And so I had my brow pencil and I'm like, perfect. I'll do this on my lips. All right, so this leads me to another thing. So you can see this is giving me a nice lip liner. It's nude, it's defining. So there's a whole new thing out now that the companies are coming out with, like a lip sculptor. Okay, it's a lip liner. It's not a sculptor. You can use your brow pencil if you want to do the same thing that they're trying to promote. You know, there's just there's so much noise. I think that's it too. So much noise and so much fakeness that I think I just get like, I tap out. I just tap out and I just can't take it. So you can see, so perfect. So if you ever forget your lip liner or you want to lip sculpt, you can use your brow pencil. So I always try to be very uplifting and very, you know, positive with all of the videos, but sometimes it's just not realistic and it doesn't make sense to me. Because I'm not a robot, I don't read every single video off of a teleprompter. I really want to have you understand that, you know, for all of us, it's life, it's highs and lows, it's, you know, perimenopause, menopause, coming onto a milestone birthday, you know, all of these things factor in, plus all of the life things and all the other stuff. So, you know, you have to just figure it out. Hence why I named my lipstick Figure It Out. So this is like a nice nude. It's very interesting. I don't wear nudes a lot, but when I want to wear a nude, this is like the perfect nude. It's very different for me. I've worn this multiple times on the channel though. I'm going to take a little Nikita banana and I'm going to just underneath my eyes, just set it just a little bit. And then I'm going to just go back and I'm going to smoke it up just a little bit more. I mean, you almost think that I'm like doing like a goth look. Maybe this is like the look is actually, maybe it's giving off like the vibes that I'm feeling, like gothy, edgy, irritable. Like maybe this is like the irritable, cranky, annoyed with all of social media content look, maybe. I don't know, but I feel like the ear cuff is like really playing in with the whole look. So that really is just me getting ready with you, kind of venting off of just really looking for the authenticity in all of this and just, you know, I think that it comes down to limiting your exposure when you've hit your pinnacle, when you've just maxed out and you just can't listen to any of the noise anymore because you know it's not real. It's all about likes and it's about trying to, like that rage posting. They just want people to be like outraged, so they comment and it drives their videos wherever it is. I just want you to feel comforted that if you are going through a hard time or you're just not feeling it, or it's just different, like you're just feeling like you're in a slump, it's okay. This happens. You have to take a step back. You You have to just reassess. Maybe it's reading books, maybe it's being inspired by nature, maybe it's taking a class, maybe it's cooking, maybe you just have to get outside of your normal routine. But don't feel that it's going to last forever. This is just a little bump, and then we get back on, we do a little makeup. I'm gonna get in the closet now, and I'm gonna do this beautiful kind of vibe, just feeling like I'm in a different space, and that's what I'm gonna create. So I wish for you a wonderful week, and until my next video, I'll see you later.